Hey everybody, hope it's going okay. Thought I'd drop in and make sure that you understand your assignment for today. So this is the assignment for What Do You Carry? And I based it off of the reading that you just did over the last couple of days for the things they carried, and hopefully you enjoyed that short story so far. So clearly in the book, you've been reading the things they carried, and that has talked about not only obviously the physical things that these soldiers have carried through Vietnam, but also the emotional things that they've carried, and kind of a cross between those two things, which is the physical things that they've carried that have an emotional bond for them. So things like the comic books and the M&Ms, things that help them cope with those emotional things. So there's a couple different layers to the things they carried. And what I'd like you to do with this assignment is start by just making a kind of a rough draft list in your prologue, and you can just do that on a scratch piece of paper. That's not something you're going to turn in. But make a rough draft list of anything that you're carrying, and don't discount the simple things, even things like pens and pencils and all the little things, but also include like rings on your finger, watches, necklaces, earrings, all the little things, and try to go through your list. Make a pretty decent list of what you're carrying physically. And then once you get through all the physical things, and start to make a list of all the emotional things too, and all the other things that you can think of that you can consider yourself carrying. That might be good things for you. That might be not so good things for you, depending on what kind of day you're having, or how things are going lately. Who knows? I don't know how things are going for you. So your list might be different today than it would have been yesterday, or whatever the case may be. And so just write down whatever feels right for you today. Once you have that list going, then what I want you to do is to do the regular part of the assignment, which is what you are going to turn in. And that's going to be a letter that you're going to write to me, and it's essentially going to tell me what you carry. And what I want you to do with that is to explain to me what it's like to be you, having to carry around the things that you carry. I don't know what it's like to be you necessarily. I know each and every one of you, but I don't really know what it's like to have that kind of weight on your shoulders like you have. And so obviously that's going to be physical weight, so like school books and that sort of thing. Clearly that stuff adds weight to your workload and to your life, but then that's going to be emotional weight too. But also keep in mind it's going to be things like pencils. And even though that seems a little silly to say, Mr. Phelps, I'm carrying a pencil, keep in mind that a pencil is not just a tool used for writing. A pencil implies a lot more. And so a pencil can mean that that you're worried about the homework that you've got to do tonight that you don't feel like you're going to have time to do, or that you're thinking about the next class that you have work to do for that you didn't get done last night, or whatever it is. There's some burden that's weighing on your shoulders that adds weight to your life, so to speak. Keep in mind, like you have like a cell phone, like I have mine here, and even though that's just a simple tool and we call that a physical thing, there's a lot more to my cell phone, for example, than just the physical item. There's pictures on there, there's videos, there's phone numbers I don't want to forget, there's all sorts of reasons that means more to me than just the cell phone itself, the physical item. And so try to think of all the different ways that you can consider carrying something, and that's the way I want you to approach this letter. So definitely the physical things, but eventually I want you to get to the deeper levels, just like Tim O'Brien does in that story. And so the goal is to write me a letter, maximum 1 page, front and back, handwritten, and you can turn that in. You should have plenty of time to do that during class, so that is due by the end of the class period. If you turn it in later than that, meaning tomorrow, then I'll be counting it late, and I'll be back here again tonight on Wednesday night to collect those. So make sure you get that in before you leave today, okay, and do a good job with those. Hope you're having a good time, and be good little boys and girls while I'm gone. See you later. Bye-bye.